Hi everyone! Today I wanted to show you something that I kept trolling my Sephora for. I literally kept checking online to see when my Sephora was going to get it because Sephora has this thing now where you can plug in your zip code and see if something's available at your local Sephora, which is awesome and incredibly useful because I don't like to go there and not get what I'm there to get. So that is the Lorac Pro Palette. And this is the box right here. This is a little eyeshadow primer that comes with it. And when you open it up, you've got the palette in the back. And then this opens up and you get your eyeshadow primer. So the palette is very thin. It's super sleek. I would say that the feel of it kind of feels like a NARS container. You know, that kind of like almost rubbery feeling. So this is what it looks like on the outside, and this is it on the inside. So it has a really nice little mirror. Get rid of that plastic, get rid of the rest of the plastic, and again, this is a very nicely sized mirror that isn't warped in any way. I'm trying not to blind you guys, and I mean that's pretty nicely sized. And then this is the palette right here. I kind of like that they didn't try to get super creative with the names because it's descriptive by just naming the colors what they are. And I think that this is a really good group of colors that kind of give you a wide range of looks. So the first row up here, this top row, that is all matte colors. And the bottom row down here, that's all shimmers. So a palette that has equal mattes and equal shimmers, awesome, right? I feel like that's something that people are constantly trying to find. So I'm going to swatch each of these for you. I think I might have to grab some wipes because I'm gonna run out of space at a certain point. So give me a second. All right, so I've got my wipes, so we're all set to go. I can swatch these now. I'm gonna start with the top row. The very first one is just called White. I'm sorry if I shake my camera, I keep shaking this table. So it's called White, and that's it right there. I've already swatched all of these on my own time so that I see how they work and how they apply. I can honestly say that every single one of these colors is buttery and very pigmented. So this is White right here, and I'm really not grabbing very much, and it's pretty nice. The next color is Cream. That's this one right here. And again, no fancy names, just naming it what it is. That is Cream right there. So White and Cream. The next one is Taupe. Oh, I just dug into my white one. Dug into it right there. But this next one is Taupe right here. And again, super descriptive color. I'm packing this on so you can see it on the camera. So that's Taupe right there. The next one is Light Pink, which is this one right here. I would say that Light Pink is the one color that I felt was incredibly flattering on my skin tone. I'm not quite sure how I'll make that work into a look, but I'm sure I'll find a way. The next one is Mauve, which is this one right here. I think Mauve was one of my favorite colors in this palette because it's very versatile, and it actually reminds me a lot of Soft Brown from MAC, which I like to use in my crease a lot. It's just a really good staple color. And that's what this whole palette is. It's a great combination of a bunch of staple colors that you can wear all the time. The next one I'm going to use is Sable right here. Right there. The next one is going to be Espresso, which is this one right here. Espresso is a really beautiful brown color. So creamy. I think Espresso is one of those colors where it's so creamy that it might actually be a wee bit powdery. but that's espresso right there. And then the next one is just black. And that's right here. And this black reminds me a lot of Urban Decay's Blackout. And that's the black right there. And sometimes I feel like matte colors have a tendency to be a little stiff and maybe don't apply very well. Maybe they don't quite feel buttery when you're swatching them, but once you blend them, maybe they just kind of work a little better. I know I've experienced that with MAC eyeshadows. I don't feel that is the case with these mattes. All of the mattes are buttery and creamy and pigmented, and I feel would be really easy to work with. So it's I feel like Lorac mastered the art of the matte eyeshadow almost. So these are all the swatches for all the matte colors, starting with white. Yep, that's white. And cream, taupe right there. Light pink, mauve, yeah, that's mauve, sable, espresso, and black. So now I'm gonna wipe this off and we'll do the second row. So the second row is nothing but shimmers. I have a couple of favorites on the bottom row that are so pretty that I thought might be a little too cool for me when I saw them just in the store, but actually turned out to work pretty well. So we're going to start over here with Nude. Nude is kind of a peachy champagne color, and it's super pigmented. I barely touched that. I think that the next one, Champagne, is one of those colors that was maybe a little sheerer than the rest of the colors in the palette. Definitely by no means a deal breaker because it's still very buttery and still pigmented, but just a little sheerer than the other colors in the palette. So this is Champagne. The next one is Gold, and this is one of my favorites, Gold. And again, not really having to grab very much to show you. Very pretty color. The next one is Light Bronze. That's this one right here. And Light Bronze kind of looks like a gold taupe. So like a champagne bronze, I guess, maybe. So that's Light Bronze right there. The next one is called Pewter. That's this one right here. I feel like pewter is a very pretty brownish bronze color. So let me rotate that so you can kind of see the complexity of the color. It's definitely got a little complexity in there where it looks brown at one angle and maybe like a little bit of copper flecks in it as well. The next color is Garnet, and this is another one of my favorites in the shimmer section. And this reminds me of a penny. It's like one of those kind of rusty old pennies. I love that color. I'm a big fan of coppers. And the next color is called Deep Purple, which I thought was going to be a little too dark, almost black. I actually find it to be a very pretty purple color that maybe will take a little bit of work. Because it's a little powdery, not super powdery, but a wee bit, and it almost has a duochrome to it. So you can kind of see that it looks like a really deep dark purple, but it still looks purple. It doesn't lean black. So that's pretty nice. And the next color is Slate. And Slate is kind of like a blue-gray. Kind of looks like a cloudy sky, kind of what it looks like outside right now. So that's Slate. So that's all of the colors, and I swatched all of these without a primer, although it does come with a primer right here. And it looks like this is, does it say how? Yeah, 5.5 grams. So 0.19 ounces. So that's a pretty decent amount. I feel like this is about the size that you get with the like Urban Decay sets. And I've got to say, I'm a really big fan of this palette. I own a lot of palettes. Should probably stop buying them, but I just think that if you don't own a lot of palettes and you need something that you can bring with you wherever you're going, because it's so sleek and it's got a magnet. I mean, it might pop open in your purse if it's just hanging out in like a wide open purse. But it's got a magnet, and I think if you pack it for travel, it's going to travel well. It's so thin. I'm trying to show you like something to like compare it to, but I'm using my phone to film this, but it's super thin, and it's, you know, it's kind of long. It's a little longer than my hand, but it's still a really good size. It's travel friendly. And if you don't have a lot of colors in your collection and you just need something to get you started and give you a wide range of like eye look abilities, this is such a great starter eyeshadow kit. I feel like if you know someone who's just starting out and you need to get them a gift, this is something that would really, really help them out, especially because these aren't eyeshadows that are hard to work with. They're pigmented, they blend well, they're super buttery. I haven't tried them out, so I can't speak to how long they last, but every Lorac eyeshadow, and I own about 4 or 5, that I've had in the past, I haven't had creasing or lasting issues. So I mean, I hunted this down at Sephora. I paid full price, and I'm happy with it. I wouldn't return it. I like it a lot, and I think that I might end up shifting over from what I'm using now to just using this exclusively because it's so easy. It takes up so little space that I might just reach for this every morning. I can definitely see that happening. So that's the review for the Lorac Pro Palette. It costs $42 at Sephora.com and in store. Like I said, you can look up online. You can look up the product, and on the right side towards the center somewhere, you have the option of putting in your zip code to see if your local Sephora has it in stock. That way you don't go in there and you're disappointed because they don't have what you wanted. So definitely take a look at this, swatch it in the store. I don't think that anyone will regret this purchase. Maybe someone who doesn't quite want their eyeshadows to be a little too opaque, maybe they want them to be a little sheerer so that their eye looks aren't too crazy. Maybe someone who doesn't want to put a little work in that way may not like this palette, but I think that's going to be few and far between. So that's my review for this, and that's all I have for today. So if you guys have any questions about the palette, put it in the comments section. You know, subscribe, share, tell your friends, and if you guys, you know, have any requests for any videos to come, let me know and I'll see what I can do. So I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!